Wet weather this year has wreaked havoc with nearly all of the agriculture community, with farmers and ranchers feeling different impacts.
But as Robert Suhr reports, the early start to winter is having an impact on something you may not have thought of.
We all know the wet fall has had far-reaching impacts across North Dakota on the crops, corn especially. And while we eat a lot of that corn, so do cattle. So how has the quality of that corn impacted them? North Dakota has a population of nearly 1 million cows, and those cows need nutrients to stay healthy. But for many ranchers like Richard Tokash, the corn is either too wet or they can't get it out of the ground.
We had one guy tell us just the other day that he's 6 weeks behind when he normally weans because his pens were just too wet and too frozen, too much manure in them. He didn't know a place to put his cows because his corn wasn't off yet.
He adds the quality of the hay is so poor, he and many ranchers have had to spend extra money to pump nutrients into the feed because a cow can actually starve to death from eating nutrient-deficient hay.
Make sure you got a balanced ration. Make sure you go back and get feed analysis on your feed samples and have someone do a professional balance it for you.
Lisa Peterson is a beef quality assurance specialist with the NDSU Extension and tells me part of the problem has been the early start to winter.
It takes more energy to stay warm on a really cold day, and with the wind that we've had, plus our winters have been extended. And so that has made it so that our producers needed to feed cattle longer. And so we have started, especially this year, pretty short in feed supplies and hay supplies.
She adds another growing problem is too much wet corn that grain elevators won't accept.
So when we're drying that corn down, we're ending up with corn that we call light test weight corn, and they are not going to take that product. And so what do you do with millions and millions and millions of bushels of corn that are light test weight? Well, livestock can eat that really well, but we don't have enough livestock in this state to eat all of our crop.
Both Tokash and Peterson tell me the livestock market goes in cycles and things are down right now. But customers, thankfully, shouldn't see any price impact when heading to the store. Reporting for KX News in St. Anthony, I'm Robert Suhr.
The shortage in feed supplies also increasing the number of open or non-pregnant cows. Currently, 20 to 25% of cows examined are open, compared to an average of 10 to 15% at this time the previous year.